I've been playing the guitar since I was 8 years old, and so I've been playing for a long time, and often these are like events, weddings and that sort of thing, so you can be up there playing 3 and 4 hours a night. That led me always to choose these lighter guitars. I always like a Stratocaster, I like the way it feels, but sometimes you want like a heavier sound. You want more clarity and more presence in the bottom end. To get that, I was experimenting with adding weight to the guitar, and I hit upon the idea of using a magnet to do that. And that's what led me to the Tone Magnet Sustainer. The Tone Magnet Sustainer is a brand new device that I think is the most convenient way of expanding the tonal spectrum of your guitar. I think it's particularly useful to people that are wanting something more like a humbucker sound from a single coil guitar, and it's a really simple and reversible way of giving yourself a heavier bridge, a bit more clarity from your pickups. The Tone Magnet Sustainer fits to the guitar using the magnetic field of the magnet, so it just glides into place on your Strat or Telecaster style bridge. Fits over the screws that are already there, so it doesn't require any additional fixings, and it can come right off, you know, between songs, in the middle of a song.
From what I've seen in the testing today with Tone Magnet, I immediately sat down with it and I could hear exactly what Chris had described it was supposed to do. I'm offered 2 or 3 times a week a different product or a different guitar or something that's going to enhance my sound for an amplifier. Not everything works. I was very quickly able, even as a meager guitar player like myself, I was quickly able to get exactly out of it what Chris says it does.
The way that it sustains notes is like something that you'd buy a pedal for, and it's nice that it's like a bit of hardware instead of like having to add an extra pedal.
It gives you sort of a certain articulation. It increases the breadth of what it sounded like naturally, which is kind of weird. It was certainly more than I was expecting.
Well, it's great. I didn't even think something like this could exist, but the inventor of it told me it's not the weight of the thing, it's the magnets, and it actually works very well. You can tell when you immediately put it on, it gives you much more depth, especially on the bottom end. If the musicians know you have more depth to your tone, it's better. And something so simple like that, that's fantastic.
The aesthetics of your guitar are very important to you, and the fact that it actually looks like something that is naturally made to sit or be part of a guitar is incredibly important to any player. The simplicity of it is incredibly important, it can't be stated enough. That fact that you don't need a guitar tech and you don't need to be a tech head, you just need to be a guitarist with a guitar, and that makes it work.
I'm really excited in sending it out in the world and seeing what people do with it. The whole point of it is to give people just a little bit extra something to their sound that's going to make them more creative, that's going to get them to take more creative risks. I'd love to hear what people are going to do with it and see what they sound like.
Cool.